Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play FTL, also known as Faster Than Light, with FrozenFoxy. This is a pretty cool little game here that was once a Kickstarter a long time ago. Sadly, I did not get in on the ground floor and help with this Kickstarter, but they got way more than they actually needed for this. I think they started with a $10,000 goal and ended up getting like $200,000. It was crazy. And I honestly wish I was one of the people who donated to this game, because it is really awesome. I have gone ahead and reset this game, so it's basically at no previous game exists. I have played this before. I do know a good bit about this game, but I've been kind of off and on thinking, I wonder if I should do Let's Play this or not, that kind of stuff. And I've decided at this point, I'm gonna do it. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be in front of us right now if we weren't doing it. Apparently, Notch is our one of our characters. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I believe a lot of the names that you see in here to start out with are the people who donated to this game to begin with, and Notch is actually one of those people. So yes, the person who did Minecraft also helped with this game, in a way. Anyway, so we can rename our ship here. Basically, we get to choose from one ship and one ship only, because we haven't done anything in this game yet, and I'm going to call it the Foxycraft. Seems good to me. Foxycraft. Alright, and for our main thing here, we're not going to have Notch. Sorry, Notch, but you're not flying my ship. Instead, we're going to have Captain Frozen. Seems good. For my second in command here, I am going to have Sergeant Cookie. Yes, the Shadow Cookie will be part of my Faster Than Light, my first trek into it. And finally here, we're going to rename this one as Lieutenant, with Flying Foxy, my wife. Well, that's her name on YouTube anyway. Not her real name, but anyway. So, she is now LT instead of... Yeah, I don't really like that, so let's fix that a little bit. She'll still be Lieutenant Flying Foxy, but Flying Fox will work. At least now we can actually see her name. So we start out with a couple of weapons here. Our first weapons are going to be this Artemis missile launcher, which is not the best weapon in the world, but it really helps early on in the game. Basically, there are shields in this game, and you cannot breach those shields without some sort of missile launcher or doing enough damage to those shields first. So lasers will hit shields, whereas missiles will actually pierce through the shields. And you actually have power requirements, as you may be reading up there with the Artemis missile, and this thing only requires 1 power, whereas our burst laser over here requires 2 power. You can also see the shots per charge, how much charge time it's got, the damage per shot, and if it will cause a fire, because you can actually cause fires to other people's ships and so forth. Hopefully not to ours. We don't want to have any fires on our ship for the most part, unless we want to burn out like someone who's boarded our ship or something. But you actually get to control the people inside of your ship and move them around your ship wherever the hell you please. So this is going to be a very long explanation, I imagine. But if you have someone in the engines, the weapons, or the shields, it will actually help to power that weapon, or room, I should say. Whereas rooms like the med bay here, our oxygen, our ability to see with sensors, and our door controls cannot be powered by anyone sitting in them. Also, of course, you have to have someone piloting the ship for it to actually do anything, so that's kind of a powered room as well. If you do not have a pilot here, it will not charge to allow you to move elsewhere. If your engine is down, you will also not charge to move elsewhere. You also get extra bonuses to evasion for having a pilot and for having someone in the engine room. if the pilot leaves the engine, or the control room up here, you do not get any evasion whatsoever. You've basically lost all of it, even if you have someone in your engine room here. Unless you upgrade this, which you can have a little bit of an autopilot thing going on. If someone's in the shields, they'll actually power up those shields much faster, which is really good to know about. I think I've pretty much explained more or less what's going on. Probably a lot of you are lost, unless you've played this before. I'm not, because I have played this before. There are two modes, obviously. We've got normal and we've got easy mode currently. You would get increased scrap and easier enemies. Scrap is basically how you repair your ship, buy weapons out in the universe, buy whatever out in the universe, and also upgrade your ship. So it's used for a lot of things, and it can be very hard to manage scrap. On top of that, we've got normal mode here, which means we get a 25% boost to our score, but the enemies and scrap rewards will be standard. Standard means pretty hard. Usually you're supposed to start on easy and then go from there, but I'm going to try it on normal because I'm a little more knowledgeable about this game, and I'd say it's 50% skill, 50% luck, and 50% or, you know, 100% force of will, something like that. Yeah, let's not go there. Anyways, the data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing Rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: reaches. If a room with a breach has no oxygen, try opening all doors surrounding it to make it less hazardous. So basically, what this is telling us is that if one of our rooms has a little bit of a hole in it, and we want someone to go in there to repair that room, they're going to be in an oxygen-free environment, which is bad news for that person. And at that point, when you have no oxygen in there, you really, really need to have oxygen for people to survive while they're repairing it. They will actually lose health very quickly if there's no oxygen. So basically you can open doors around the ship to let air from the other rooms, the surrounding rooms, into that room, and hopefully allow your person to breathe for a little bit longer and not die, which I'm sure will become self-evident eventually. Now this HUD is quite complicated because we actually get to change where the power is on our ship. Currently we have just 3 power left over, and that is mainly to power up our Artemis missile system and our burst laser level 2 here. We could put that into engines, which would give us a little bit more to our evade up here. So if I go ahead and click that, we'll see that we've got 20 evade now. But I'm not going to do that because it is much better to have weapons powered. And as you can see, these weapons actually come out when you're hitting them like that. And they have a little bit of a timer clicking right there. And once that timer gets all the way up to the top, you'll be able to fire. Now, there is an auto-fire mode, and what that allows you to do is target someplace on their ship and continuously fire on it. However, we have limited missiles, so we really don't want to auto-fire a missile, because then we'll just lose it all. We also have limited fuel here, which means that if we jump too much, we'll be dead in the water. The other thing is we can see each of our different things here: weapons, the med bay, the oxygen, the engines, and the shields. These all require power, and we can reroute them wherever the hell we please. These over here are subsystems which do not require power. They will always be fully powered unless they're hit by something and damaged. So basically I never need to reroute any power to these. You can upgrade your ship, as I have mentioned before, and that's right here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I know lots about this game, but I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. But anyways, you can upgrade your ship with scrap. We've only got 10 right now, which is the little gear symbol up there. But as you upgrade this, you will be able to increase the power to those areas and allow yourself to get better boosts from that. However, you also need to worry about how much power you've got on your ship, otherwise you're kind of screwed and dead in the water. I think that pretty much explains most of the stuff. We can also look at our crew if we ever really want to. You can dismiss your crew if you decide that you want someone else and the person that's on your ship is not who you want on your ship. You can also look at your equipment if you ever forget what they can do and check them out there and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, let's go for our first jump. The hotkey up here for that is going to be J if you really want to do it with that. Usually I just do it with my mouse. You also have, before we jump, hotkeys for your weapons, which are going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 if we had 2 more weapons. And also spacebar is going to pause the game, which is extremely important when you're in the middle of a battle. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the galaxy that we have here. So what's going to happen as I jump here is you're going to start seeing a wave of rebels coming in here. As they come in here, you'll see where they're going to go next and also where they are currently. If you jump into a place where they're going to be next, they will overtake you. If you jump just ahead of that, they will not overtake you. It's very important to realize this because a lot of people think that if they jump close to that, they have a chance of getting detected and getting screwed over. Well, that's not exactly the case. But yeah, we can see right here we're connected to somewhere that there's a store, but we really don't have any money to do anything with that, so it's not a good idea to go there first. We're going to go here as our first jump and see what we find over here. You receive a request. All of our military ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, there have been reports of a Mantis war camp only a few jumps from us. Can you help? So we can pledge to do what we can, or just decline. Here's my advice to anyone who's new to this game. Always pledge to do what you can. They give you stuff up front. It's cool. Even if you don't finish the quest, you just got that scrap right up front. Anyway, thank you. If you can just give us a count on their numbers, perhaps we can get the rebels to help. So, sweet. We got some extra scrap for basically doing nothing, which is a good start. It's not perfect, but it's a good one. We'll go down here and see what we got going on. As you arrive in the system, you are hailed by a loyalist settlement. Upon learning of your quest, they offer supplies. So we got a couple of missiles, we got some drone parts, and we got scrap. Drone parts are completely useless to me right now because we do not have a drone system. If you have a drone system, you can actually launch drones towards ships, and it requires 1 drone part each time that you launch it. For us, it doesn't really matter because we don't have anything, and I am really surprised that the rebels have not, or the fleet has not come through at all yet. Ah, and here we have an asteroid field. A lot of people jump out of these asteroid fields immediately, or at least as soon as they possibly can. I, on the other hand, will not be doing that, and there is a very, 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 very good reason for not jumping out of an asteroid field. And I'll show you that soon enough. Anyways, we've got a pirate ship that was lying in wait in this asteroid field. It immediately moves into attack. Well, let's first pause and get a look at what we've got going on. This guy looks like he probably has an Artemis missile system, just like us. However, his laser looks a little bit bigger and more dangerous. You can hit their shields first to basically take down their shields and prevent them from attacking you. However, we've got a burst laser which fires 3 lasers, and 1 laser should be able to take down the shield, which means that the next 2 lasers will actually do damage. Our Artemis missile will do damage whether or not the shield is up, but you have to worry about the fact that they can still evade. I'm probably going to go after their weapons with my Artemis missile and their shields with the burst laser. So as you can see, I have targeted with 1, which means Artemis, and 2 over here for burst laser. And now all we need to do is wait for these to charge up and attack them. You'll also see their weapons charging up ever so slowly as we're going through here. And you can see that there is asteroids that will hit once in a while. And as their weapons are charging up, this starts to glow a little bit brighter red. Once their weapons are completely charged, much like mine, it will glow green and then they'll fire. So we want to basically get off the first shot if we can, and we're not going to get it. So what happened here is they got their missile through and it hit here. However, it hasn't damaged any of our systems because there's not a system here. It did do some hull damage to us. We've taken out their shield at this point, and their weapons are half gone. All they've got is this really big-ass laser. We're not going to use any more Artemis missiles because that wastes missiles from this point onward. I'm going to turn on the auto-fire and allow our burst laser to fire as soon as it gets there. This guy has no shields, therefore the asteroid field is going to do my work for me. I didn't even need to do anything there. So the ship explodes, leaving a substantial collection of useful stuff. Awesome. We got our missile back, we got some new drone parts, which we don't really need, and we got some scrap. With that, I can certainly check what's going on here. And I have never noticed that there's a hotkey for this because I usually click on it. And so it's a U, it looks like. But anyways, there is a good reason that I'm staying here and allowing asteroids to hit me. And that reason is because each of our people actually has skills. So Cookie is getting a skill set right here. If you hover over it, you'll notice that his skill level is 5 right now, and when the next asteroid hits at some point, which I'm sure it will, his skill level will, or should go up to 6 at some point. But anyway, this actually is making us a better ship, and that's good. It's really good. And if this starts missing us at some point, which I hope it does, there we go. We got a miss, and when we see misses, we should start getting some nice energy here for our engines, which is very good. That's what we want, and he should be getting some as well. Nothing yet, but as we wait, we should be getting something. Unless they've actually changed that. It's quite possible that they changed that. And then I'm sitting in this asteroid field for no goddamn reason. Which is kind of sad, because that means that I can't get anything out of this asteroid field. That's really too bad. Oh well. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm actually getting anything any longer. It used to be a good thing. It used to be. Trust me on this. But technically I can sit here forever, and these rocks will never ever hurt me. Most asteroid fields will not be able to do any damage whatsoever to you as long as you have one shield up and you have someone in there. I will wait for this and check out if it does change in a little bit. So we'll be back in just a moment. Yeah, it seems they took that out. So I know stuff, but it also seems that I know stuff from older versions of this before it got to this version. Now we're starting to see a warning right here. So this warning right here, if I was in this, or if I was jumping to this, I should say, then I would have the fleet on my tail. If I was jumping to this, I believe the fleet would also be on me because it's slightly in there. If I was jumping to this, on the other hand, I would be fine. However, there's no reason to go to a place where we've already explored. It's just not purposeful at all. So we'll go up here. Sadly, going to that was not worth it at all. I was hoping that I could just sit there and then get lots of evasion and stuff, but it's not going to happen. That's fine. I will use my skill and hopefully my luck and force of will to make this happen. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. We shall not be paying the toll for these asinine pirates. And they're a class energy bomber. These guys have a special little thing, which is a shield on top of their shield. This little green bar here must be depleted before we can actually hit their real shield. It will never come back as soon as we manage to take them out. I believe we can get the same kind of thing at some point, but you have to purchase it from a store. It's not an upgrade, it's something special. We're going to reject their offer.